Hi, Brandywine Grace. My name is Nicole Crist. I have been a member of Brandywine Grace for 7 years. My husband Matt and I have been. We have 4 children: Callie, Jake, Nixon, and Audrey, ages 8, 4, 6, and 2. And I was asked just to share what I've been doing alongside all of you during COVID-19. And it's just uncharted territory, as we've all heard and seen. And to be completely transparent, I ebb and flow, much like the weather lately. So on a good day, when the sun is shining and we're able to be outside, it really does help me. And on days where it's consistently been just a little bit cloudier and rainy, I have felt that emotionally too. And I felt just the weight of everything as well. And so a few outlets that we've been doing as a family, of course, has been just FaceTiming and Zoom and different ways to stay connected with friends and family. And then our women's study that we host on Thursday nights, we met after we did a virtual video from a lady named Jenny Allen based out of Austin. She did a beautiful speak with Beth Moore. And then we all watched that and then afterwards spoke together and just were able to share with one another in that. And that was really helpful. And so we're trying to do little things to stay creative in that way. I, on repeat, have just uplifting music. I just need noise. That's for me. I like to have noise in the background. So I often have just my Spotify on different rotations. Sometimes fun, different music. And then most of the time, my just Christian songs and hymns and just whatever mood I'm in is helpful. But again, all of this has been ebbing and flowing. And the one thing that I really want to do is stay constant in the Word. And I committed back a while ago now to really sitting every day and reading through the Bible. And that has been my lifeline. And I truly look forward to my time with the Lord in the Word. And the kids get it. You know, they're sitting over there. They know this is my time with Jesus. So in his perfect timing and through a friend's wisdom, and encouragement to read Ecclesiastes, that's actually where I was in my plan. And I wanted to share just a couple of things from the book of Ecclesiastes that have been so encouraging to me. And then one of them I'm going to try to do through memorization. I've been encouraged by all of you who are memorizing. And my clutch is to say, oh, I have the worst memory. I can't memorize things. And I do, but I'm not going to use that as a crutch anymore. And I'm really going to try to memorize during this time. And so you all are memorizing books. I am not. I'm memorizing a verse. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start reading other things and then I'll go back to the memory verse. So Ecclesiastes 3 is where I'm going to start with you all. So if you want to open up your Bibles to Ecclesiastes 3:1 through 15. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. And that kind of reminds me of now. I'm a New York Italian, so embracing is in my DNA. And so when I think of embracing, I just think of being connected with you all, and this is a time to refrain from embracing in that sense. It may not theologically mean that at all, but that's just how the Lord spoke to me in that. A time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. What gain has the worker from his toil? I have seen his business that God has given to the children of man to be busy with. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has put eternity into man's heart, yet so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. I perceive that there is nothing better for them than to be joyful and to do good as long as they live. Also, that everyone should eat and drink and take pleasure in his toil. This is the gift to man. If perceive that whatever God does endures forever, nothing can be added to it, nor anything taken from it. I love that too. God has done it so that people fear before him. That which is already has been, That which is to be already has been, and God seeks what has been driven away. And then Ecclesiastes 7, verse 14 was so encouraging to me. In the day of prosperity, be joyful, and in the day of adversity, consider that God has made the one as well as the other, so that we may not find out anything that will be after him. That is the one I tried to memorize. And I'm still working on it, so I'm sorry it's a little choppy, but it's just so encouraging to me. In the day of prosperity, be joyful. And in the day of adversity, consider God has made the one as well as the other, so that man may not find out anything that will be after him. So I hope that Ecclesiastes has encouraged you. The one thing that will remain constant through all this is Christ's love and his steadfastness in his word. That's where I'm going to cling to. That's where I'm going to stay in. In the days where I'm not feeling content, I know he will meet me. And I just pray for you all. And I just hope that this time was encouraging. Blessings.